Background courtesy of Photographs of a Mad Richard. Link in the description.
Ladies and gentlemen, I look like hell because I've been through hell. It's been a hard couple of days. Gonna have myself a Jones special release Duke Victory Cola. For those of you uninitiated, I do generally have these with alcohol, but I don't think I have the dexterity at the moment. And I don't think alcohol will help. And I'm pretty sure there was a bottle opener in this thing. Oh, to hell with it. Oh. I have one functional hand right now. And that's not helping. God damn it. I know this isn't a bottle opener, but okay. Yeah. It's really illustrating the problem of my life right now. Maybe it doesn't have a bottle opener, I don't know. There's one here somewhere. You know, if it weren't for the fact that these videos are supposed to be candid, I would start this one over. But I think wrestling with a bottle for enough time probably illustrates the problem pretty reasonably. There we go. See, one of my cats is very elderly, and he's at the end of his life. And he was crawling, just crawling with fleas. He had hidden himself away, probably figured he would die right there. And I picked him up, I took him to the sink, and I bathed him. Got my hand in his mouth, and he started chewing. And I mean, I wish I could give you guys a close-up of this. It looks pretty nasty. It's sensitive to the touch, and it's swollen. And yeah, it looks like there is going to be infection. The fluid coming out of this has a mild smell to it. And it looks like bloody pus. Yeah, that's pus. So I can't make a fist. Swelling is part of the healing process, so, I mean, yeah, you know. All the thickness there is my body saying, send the troops in. Problem, of course, being is that I suffer from depression and my body's not going all out assault on it. It's going, all right, let's send a moderating force and hope that does it so we can preserve calories for something else. You would think that my body would be like, no, we don't need to preserve calories, we got enough. But no, that's not how the body works. That's not how depression works. And you know, I was injured very badly once, and it made me gain weight. And I was like, yeah, I shut down my metabolism. And somebody online goes, that's not how metabolism works. It's how my metabolism works. That's the thing, is people are not machines. Each one of them, they have their own effect. In my family, you drink coffee when you want to go to sleep. My grandmother was like that. She would always take a cup of coffee before bed until the doctor said she couldn't have it anymore. But like this, you know, I cracked my toe. Split the toenail in half. Didn't crack it properly so that I can't take the damaged section off. And you know, I might include this in it, but for those of you who are returning viewers, you know that I have my battle with Beelzebub because my house was infested with flies. I seem to have taken care of the flies. Okay, that's good. But now, my house is still a mess, and the flies will come back if I don't keep cleaning it up. And I only got one damn hand. This hand's not working. And I tell you, I took 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, and the pain didn't go away. So this is not going to happen well for me. And as you saw, it was real hard for me to get anything done with one functional hand. I mean, this hand isn't completely useless. It's not like it's tied behind my back, but it's in pretty bad shape. And you know, one of the things about my life is that people seem to enjoy me talking about my pain and suffering, which leads to the possibility that I may start manufacturing pain and suffering for you guys, so that you can be like, yes, yes, tell us more about your life sucking. So at least I can hold this up and be like, no, look, really happened. There's no good time for something like this to happen. And, you know, found out when I did my taxes I no longer have medical insurance. I don't exactly know how that happened. I filled out my thing for medical insurance once. It stayed active. There were some paperwork issues, and now I don't have health insurance anymore. So I can't exactly go to the emergency room and get some antibiotics, which is what I need for this. I'll tell you this much, I'm also not even wearing underwear right now. No pants, no underwear. It's hard for me to do anything right now, and my underwear is in the wash. I've made a video about underwear. I had a whole thing of underwear. I use them all. Go through a lot of them. Change my underwear twice a day. So yeah. I'm in pain. Everything's falling apart. This is what we would call a low point in life. Although, let's try to understand here that the entire country is going through a low point in life. We're all suffering pretty badly right now. At least all the poor people. And, you know, I had one of the long-term subscribers of mine sit there and cry about the fact that I was making content out of my pain. He goes, "Don't make content, just clean up your house." Okay, but, you know, one of the things I need, like if I cleaned up my house entirely, I would need to replace my carpets. That's not going to be cheap. If I can get some more pus out of this thing. It's starting to discolor pretty badly. Anyway, so yeah, you know, I need new carpets. I need to get work done on my bathroom. All of these things cost money. And I mean, whereas I'll grant I don't make a lot off of YouTube, I do make something. And since this channel was monetized as I filmed this, I've made a little over $200, which, you know, it's not a plumbing visit, I don't think, at this point, but it's something. It's something. People say, don't make content. No, make content. Make content. It would probably be a great idea for me to hire a handyman and do like a this old house thing on my house. Be like, oh, so what are you doing here? Oh, I'm using this and that. It's like, you know, you do that. Okay? You make content. The more content you make, theoretically, the more money you make. But do understand something else. It's like I just posted a video that was not in my Beelzebub series, because I've kind of run out of those. And, you know, it did show this room full of flies. And people were like, oh my God, those flies are real. Yeah, they were real. There's a fly right there, in fact. See? Haven't completely gotten rid of them. But, you know something else? The light switch in this room doesn't work anymore. It's broken in the on position. And in order for me to turn the lights out in here, I have to turn them out at the circuit breaker. Which there is one in this room for these lights. They're all on a circuit breaker. But that's not the point. You know, it's the point being, my house is so screwed up that it takes a lot of money to fix it. And in order for me to have the money to fix it, I would need to work 80 hours a week, making at least minimum wage. YouTube is not minimum wage. You know, I just did an hour-long live stream, and I think I made $5. So, you know, this is a hobby. It's a hobby that at least it's bringing in some money, and what else would I be doing? Well, I'd be cleaning the house I can't afford to repair. So, you know, there's that. Anyway, I've kind of rambled off, and I don't remember the point of this, but I'll tell you this much. Not much reason for me to keep talking. Anyway. So, for those of you who find comfort in the fact that others are suffering as well, yeah, my life is pretty bad right now. It's always kind of been bad, but it's pretty bad right now. For those of you who wish me well, watch another video. Don't skip the ads. kind of how that works. Leave a comment of at least 7 words. I'm Richard. Danger Ducky says it is now time for you to comment, like, and subscribe, and support this channel so we can do things like save the world by removing trash from the ocean, planting trees, and feeding orphans. Danger Ducky approves.